We'll get started. How many are yet to come that you know of? How many students are there? Can I see some gaps here? Anyone near you? Two people. What about behind? Everyone is here. Only two people. Okay, we'll get started. In case they come in, please help them out. Is everyone done with this workflow? Did you get the output? Super. So most of these workflows are chronologically or logically related. So we'll go to the fourth one. So if you're done, you can press on update or save, close, and come back to. So here also each the categorization is based on the form or and then by events in the form. Yeah. So the fourth one is also on order form. So the same process, click on new workflow, order form, created or edited. Next one, when somebody fills in the quantity, we're going to auto populate the, we're going to do the calculation on the pricing. So what option should I choose here? User input of a field. Which field? Quantity. Name can be calculating the total price and total payable. This is done. Create the workflow. So order form again, created or edited. User input of a field, which field, quantity field, and name the workflow. The same process, add new action. So the code is available in your booklet as well. I'll type. So first we put an if loop. So instead of doing the calculation directly, we are going through a if loop because we need to make sure certain conditions do not come in. So if the first condition is row dot quantity not equal to null. So here this means we're just checking what if somebody puts quantity as nothing. It's a blank, not even zero. If the quantity is blank, then it's an error. It's basically it goes to infinity. So in order to capture that, it's more like a it's an error handling exception handling mechanism. So row dot quantity not equal to null and two ands because it's a comparison and row dot price per unit not equal to null. So while entering the data by mistake, if somebody has put no price amount in the price column, then the whole workflow or the whole automation collapses. To capture those errors, we are giving this condition. So if it is not null, if the price or quantity is not null, then we do the calculation. So row dot total price equal to row dot quantity into row dot price per unit. this logic, do you understand this logic? Anyone has a question? Any questions? So what, again, I'll repeat again. So what we've done is we're checking if the quantity entered by the user and the price per unit entered by the system. We're just checking, making sure it's not null. If it's null, then it goes to infinity, or it's more like your 1 by 0 calculation. It never ends. So, which is why we are capturing, making sure it's not that. If it is okay, then we go to the actual calculation. Rho dot total price is equal to rho dot quantity into price per unit. So, 10 into price is 100, that means 800 will be calculated in total price. So, this is the amount for each row in the subform. Now you imagine you making 10 purchases. There are 10 rows. So each row has to be added and calculated and put in the total payable column. So we'll do that next. So first you declare a variable. I'm going to declare total payable as a variable name equal to 0. Just make sure the variable name is not the name of the field or anything. Just, or you can just put tot. TOT is also fine. TOT is equal to 0. Now we need a for each. So for each item here is a variable name. It can be anything. So we are scanning through the subform for, say we have 10 orders placed. We need to go one by one. So for each item is the looping variable. Order items is the subform. So we are going to go through each item in the subform. Now TOT equal to TOT plus. You can see a small construct used. If none, item dot total price, comma, 0. Can someone tell me why we use this? Anyone? If null, it's exception handling again. It's basically to catch your catch and try equivalent, catching the error. So what is done here is total. Say total is 0. We are calculating the first row. Then the first row gets into the total price. In the second column, second row of the subform, suppose there is a null, then we have to calculate the 0 so that the whole order or the whole bill does not get affected. So if it is null, 0 is taken. Otherwise, items total price is taken. This is the logic. And finally, we map it to the total payable field. Is this clear? Even if we remove if null and the 0, works, but then if there is so we are just making sure even in the worst of cases, the workflow works. If you're done, you can compile, save the code. Just go to the live mode and check this. For example, here, cap, price is 10, 7. So total payable is also getting populated. But if I'm going to add a new one, t-shirt, and add 7, And so both the total price and the total payable is also getting populated. So if you can see, all the calculations are happening. Did you get this? Is this working for you? Yeah. Anyone who's finding difficulty with this? It's a little. So there are 7 workflows in the booklet. We will do one more, and then the 2 you can go home and try it out. So now when people are adding form, subform rows, we are adding the total. In an off case, what if somebody deletes the row? Right now, in our case, if somebody deletes the row, the total payable will remain the same. It does not get adjusted by when someone deletes the row. So we will make a workflow when somebody deletes a row in a subform. Uh, how many of you are still doing this? Can you raise your hand, please? Okay, we'll wait for 5 minutes and then start. Okay, we'll do one more workflow and then proceed to the next topic. So we will do workflow number 5 also. 6 and 7, please try it from home. So once you're done, the usual drill, that's the done. The 5th workflow is also on the order form. Order form. So when somebody deletes a row in the subform, we need to make sure the total payable does not change. So created or edited, deletion of a row. Be very careful, it's not user input. Here, deletion of a row. Deletion of a row. Choose a field, order items, because that's the only subform we have. Subtract total price from total payable. Everyone done? So created or edited, deletion of a row, order items is the subform, create workflow. It's a one-line workflow. So we are calculating total payable. So input dot total payable. So some of you have not renamed, named the total price as, say, total payable or total price as different keywords have been used. So do map it accordingly. I saw somebody has used uh, currency as the total price name. So be careful while using. Input dot total payable equal to if null of input dot total payable, just checking if the total payable is null, minus if null row dot total price. So here, say we have 200 as the total payable. So somebody deletes a row which is worth 50. We need 150 as the output. So from 200, we are minusing, we are making sure total payable is not null and then minusing the total price of the row. So if there are multiple rows deleted also, this gets executed every single time. So you can see here, uh, so you can see 10,000. So if I delete a row, you can see the total payable changing. Total payable has changed. Yep. So we've done 5 workflows. There are 2 more. Please do it from your home. Just try it out on your own. It's there in the booklet. Did everyone get this? Is this working? Yes or no?
Mm. Total, no? Okay, okay. I'll take it. It will be row. The cable is where? Where is total cable? Why is it inside the subform? You have to move it away outside of the subform. Total fail should come outside the subform. Drag it outside of the delete it and put it added outside the subform. Outside. Then you refer the form. Refer the PDF. Yes, yes. All of you done? Shall we proceed to the next session? Yeah. So the next session is